Public sector strike is looming as trade unions reject the government wage offer. The public service unions include the likes of the National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union, NEHAWU, the Police, Prisons and Civil Rights Union, POPCRU, the Democratic Nursing Organization of South Africa, DENOSA, and the Health and Other Services Personnel Trade Union of South Africa, HOSPESA. Workers have rejected a 3% increase and a monthly 1,000 rand cash gratuity. Well, let's discuss their position as we begin this week. It's a critical week in terms of the public service sector wage negotiations. We're joined now by DENOSA's Deputy General Secretary, Khaya Sodidi. Khaya, good afternoon. Welcome to Today on ENCA. Thank you very much for your time. We do understand, and my colleague Devin Murugan has interviewed the PSA, the other public sector union, that there is a likelihood of a strike. You are affiliated to COSATU. What is your position as we begin this critical week in your decision-making processes?
Good afternoon, Braden, and to the ENCA viewers. Thanks for this opportunity. Yes, Braden, we can confirm that as public sector unions under COSATU, we have rejected the 3% tabled by the employer with a cash gratuity. We are pushing the employer to come with a better offer. But now, coming to the question, what we are doing or what we are preparing, how we are preparing ourselves for the rejection of the offer is that we have started as a COSATU unions. We have started consultation with our members. We're intensifying today and tomorrow the consultation. So we're expecting by Wednesday that our members should be giving us a clear indication that how do we move forward. However, Braden, we can confirm that we are preparing for a strike as a form of rejecting what is the employer has given us, or by in fact is not given us, they have decided to implement this unilaterally. So that was actually what angered our members the most.
So you as DENOSA, are you then talking to your other COSATU affiliated unions? Are you guys coordinating your responses as a bloc, or are you doing it as individual trade unions?
Correct, Braden. We are very much approaching this as a collective. If you may remember, the public sector unions of COSATU now, if you don't count the teachers, because teachers indicated that they will be accepting the 3%. It's a POPCRU, police, it's NEHAWU, which is NEHAWU is in health sector and other departments. So it's three of us, and under us, we've got small unions which we are working with, like for example, the doctors, Samatu, we've got Pausa, also have got Saipu, the emergency personnel. So we are about 6 unions in COSATU, which are working closely together. They are developing the program of action together. So we are talking to each other, Braden, that we can confirm.
Okay, now a strike is likely because we know that, as I said in my introduction, the PSA, which has got an estimated 235,000 workers under it as a union in the public sector, has already served notice of an intention to strike. You as DENOSA and the rest of your fellow COSATU affiliated unions have not done that yet. Are you thinking that that's going to happen now? You're going to be serving notices to government that there's a strike coming?
Yes, correct, Braden. That is imminent. Like I was saying that tomorrow we are finalizing our consultation with our members and structures. So we should be in a position, by end of this week, we should be in a position of indicating to the employer that when we'll be starting embarking on industrial action. So it is coming. It is inevitable.
It's inevitable. It's coming. But what could stop it? You've rejected the 3% wage over. Remind our viewers, Khaya, what are your key demands?
Our key demand, Braden and the viewers, is that we want the employer to improve 3%. And then also we are rejecting the fact that the employer is implementing this 3% unilaterally. without exhausting all the negotiating processes, we think that employers should have engaged instead of running and then implement this unilaterally. Our demand, Braden, if may remember, and the viewers, is that at some point we moved from 10% to 6%, which is close to inflation. However, employer on the 28th of September removed the 3%, they went back to 0%, hence we went back to our 10%. So what can actually break this impasse is that anything close to CPI, which is the average CPI we're using in government, is an average of the year, which is 6.5. So anything close to 6.5, 6.5 is something we may take to our members for consideration.
So not 3%, but closer to CPI, around about 6.5% would be acceptable to you to prevent what you say is an inevitable public sector strike.
Correct, Pratens.
Okay, and then you'll know by the end of this week. Thank you very much, Khaya. We'll have to keep tabs on that development. I mean, that's DENOSA's Deputy General Secretary, Khaya Sodidi, one of the COSATU-affiliated trade unions. They haven't served notice yet on government of their intention to strike, unlike the PSA, which represents about 235,000 workers. But in totality, I think in the public sector, you've got about 800,000 odd employees. So the COSATU side is close to 600,000 workers. Now, if what Khaya was saying there is something to go by, the country needs to brace itself for a public sector, public service strike, which will have a huge impact on all kinds of services that are supposed to be delivered every day.